Yes, boys, welcome back to another video. And I wanted to share a piece of information, a piece of knowledge that I have managed to wrap my head around after 28 years of my life, after 28 years of letting my emotions control me, letting them dictate my actions, and ultimately costing me my future. Yes. Now, they are data, right? Emotions are just data. Okay, it's just data from the body. It's telling us something. They are messages. Okay, what I've recently discovered or been told by a couple of my coaches is that as human beings, we are either sad, mad, or glad, right? We categorize our emotions into one of these sectors. Okay, and like I mentioned, for many years of my life, I used to let my emotions control me. I used to let them dictate my actions. Okay. So, for example, if I was mad, I would lash out. Okay. I would lash out. I would say something that I regret. I would let the anger take over. Okay. You've got good people, innocent people, not innocent, but you've got good people in jail right now because they lashed out at someone, right? They're in traffic, right? And someone's beeping their horn, okay, and they get mad, right? They come out, they start exchanging words. He hits them, he hits the other person. Next thing you know, the guy's on the floor, he's bleeding, and he's dead. Okay, that's a crazy example, but it's true, right? You get people who are in jail because of that, because they let their emotions control their actions. Okay, now something that I've learned recently is to essentially feel the emotions, okay? Feel the emotions and let it pass, okay? As men, right, we are taught that we shouldn't cry, okay? We're taught that crying is weak. We're told by society that men shouldn't cry. It's BS, okay? I used to believe that for my whole life, okay? Until recently when I cried. I let it out. I just let out all the emotion, the trapped emotion that was stored in my lower chakras. Okay. I let it out because I couldn't contain it anymore. And when I did, I felt so much better. I felt like I could breathe right down to my spinal. I felt like my breath was really going down. Okay. That's just an example. Okay. If you feel sad, if something's truly hurt you, if you don't feel right, then you cry. You let yourself cry, right? That's your body's natural way of letting an emotion go. Okay, you cry, right? As men, it's okay to cry. You don't want to cry all the time, but there are cases where your emotions are just so high, especially when you're feeling sad or when you're feeling upset, something's happened. Cry, wash it away. There's a lot of healing that comes from crying. That's something that I've been told and something that I have learned myself. Okay. And it's a great example to give. Um, and likewise, when you're mad, you just, you let it out, not on someone, but you let out that frustration, right? A technique that one of my coaches told me is you go up against a wall, right? And you push with all your force and you scream everything out, right? You're just transferring that energy out of you. Okay. Um, and yeah, in a nutshell, that's what I've learned about emotions. I used to let these emotions dictate me. I used to let them control me. I used to suppress them, right? And I'm still in the learning phase, but this is something that's worked for me, right? It's something that has worked for me. I think it's very important to regulate our emotions. It's important to not let them control us, right? Sometimes it's best to just let them through, let them out, right? Let them pass through our body, right? Because the minute we suppress them, the minute we hold them in, is the minute they start brewing. They're never released. They're always there. They're trapped. So I don't want to ramble on too much. I hope that makes sense. I've tried to explain it in simple terms. I'm still getting myself wrapped around it, but it's an interesting topic, and yeah, it's great. It's great when you become aware, to truly change, you need to become self-aware, and that aligns with your emotions. So it's food for thought. I hope it helps. Give it a like if it did. If not, still give it a like and subscribe. See you later, boys.